Myself, Akhilesh Kumar Maurya, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Babu Banasi Das University, Lucknow. This is the second video lecture of Module First, that is Diodes of Basic Electronics Engineering subject. In first video lectures, I have been discussed structure of an atom, energy band theory, the structure of silicon and germanium, concept of electron-hole pair, and about the semiconductor material, that is intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor material, in which N-type and P-type semiconductor material. In this lecture, I will discuss the effect of temperature on semiconductor material, drift current and diffusion current, and the semiconductor diode, that is the PN junction diode. So now I will start effect of temperature on semiconductor material. This topic also asking us why semiconductors have negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Semiconductors का टेम्परेचर कोफिशिएंट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस नेगेटिव क्यों होता है? वी नो दैट द कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड इज ब्रोकन बिकॉज ऑफ हीट. सो हीट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द टेम्परेचर. सो इफ टेम्परेचर इज इंक्रीज्ड, more number of covalent bond will be broken and more number of free electrons and holes produced. It means higher the temperature, higher will be the concentration of charge carriers. जैसे जैसे हम टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज करेंगे, वैसे सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल के अंदर कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड्स ब्रेक होते जाएंगे, और कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड जितने ज़्यादा ब्रेक होंगे, उस मटेरियल के अंदर, सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल के अंदर नंबर ऑफ फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड होल्स उतनी ही ज़्यादा संख्या में प्रोड्यूस होंगे. सो वी कैन से इन अदर वर्ड्स कि हायर द टेम्परेचर, सो हायर विल बी द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ द चार्ज कैरियर्स. एज मोर चार्ज कैरियर आर अवेलेबल, द कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ इंट्रिंसिक सेमीकंडक्टर इंक्रीजेज विथ टेम्परेचर. यानी टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने से चार्ज कैरियर्स इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, और चार्ज कैरियर्स ही यानी फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं फॉर द कंडक्शन. सो टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने पर कंडक्टिविटी मटेरियल्स की इंक्रीज करती है. इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन से द रेजिस्टिविटी डिक्रीजेज एज टेम्परेचर इंक्रीजेज. सो thus we can say the semiconductors have negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Thus we can say the semiconductors have negative temperature coefficient of resistance. Now I will start the majority and minority carriers. As in previous lectures we have discussed the majority and minority carriers. Also, in an N-type material, the free electrons are majority carriers and the holes are the minority carriers. For the P-type material, the holes are majority carriers and the free electrons are the minority carriers. Is N-type materials में फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मेजॉरिटी कैरियर्स होते हैं और होल्स माइनॉरिटी कैरियर्स होते हैं, और पी टाइप मटेरियल्स में होल्स मेजॉरिटी कैरियर्स होते हैं और फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स माइनॉरिटी कैरियर्स होते हैं. एंड व्हेन द फिफ्थ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऑफ द डोनर एटम, इट मीन्स आफ्टर द डोपिंग, द फिफ्थ इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑफ द डोनर एटम लीव्स द पेरेंट एटम, द एटम रिमेनिंग एक्वायर अ नेट पॉजिटिव चार्ज. Hence, the positive sign in the donor ion representation. For similar region, the negative sign appears in the acceptor ion. Just we can see in this diagram, for N-type semiconductor materials, the free electrons are majority charge carriers, holes are minority charge carriers, and here the donor ion, that is the immobile positive ions, and here the free electrons and donor ion are immobile positive ions are in equal numbers. Similarly, in the p-type materials, the holes are in majority charge carriers and electron are in minority charge carriers. And here for for a hole, the one acceptor ions means that is the immobile negative ions, and the holes and immobile negative ions are in equal numbers. Now we start drift current and diffusion current. In a semiconductor, the flow of current is due to two actions, namely drift and diffusion. First, the drift current. When a voltage is applied to a semiconductor, then the free electrons try to move in a straight line towards the positive terminal of the battery. The electrons moving towards the positive terminal collide with the atoms of the semiconductor and connecting wires along its way. Each time the electron strikes an atom, it rebounds in a random directions. Here in this diagram we can see clearly एक सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल्स को जब हम एक्सटर्नली एक अप्लाइड वोल्टेज देते हैं, अप्लाइड वोल्टेज सोर्स से कनेक्ट करते हैं, तो इस वोल्टेज सोर्स का पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल्स के नेगेटिव चार्ज कैरियर्स दैट इज़ द फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को वह अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट करता है, जिसके कारण फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का मूवमेंट बैटरी के पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल की तरफ होता है. बट द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स मूविंग टूवर्ड्स द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल कोलाइड विद द आइटम्स ऑफ द सेमीकंडक्टर एंड द कनेक्टिंग वायर्स अलॉन्ग इट्स वे, जिसके कारण इसका मूवमेंट वो रैंडम डायरेक्शंस में हो जाता है. बट स्टिल द अप्लाइड वोल्टेज मेक द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ड्रिफ्ट टूवर्ड्स द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल. दिस ड्रिफ्ट causes current to flow in a semiconductor under the influence of the applied voltage. This current produced due to the drifting of free electrons. This current produced due to the drifting of free electrons is called drift current, and the velocity with which electrons drift is called drift velocity. Here we can see the directions of the conventional current in this diagram. This conventional current, this is the drift current. This is the drift current. And the drift current means the flow of current due to bouncing of electrons from one atom to another, traveling from negative terminal to positive terminal of the applied voltage. Now diffusion current. Now the diffusion current, this is the current which is due to the transport of charges occurring because of non-uniform concentration of charged particles in a semiconductor. Here I am using the word non-uniform concentrations of charged particles in a semiconductors. It means here the semiconductor is not pure states, means the semiconductor is obtained after the doping. So consider a piece of semiconductor which is non-uniformly doped. Due to such non-uniform doping, one type of charge carriers occur at one end of a piece of semiconductor. The charge carriers are either electrons or holes of one type depending upon the impurity used. Here we can see in this figure the non-uniform concentrations. Here the dark region so the higher concentrations, and pseudo regions, low pseudo regions, so the low concentrations region. So now, since they have the same polarity, that is means they can be either electrons or holes depending upon the impurity used, or donor impurity or acceptor impurity. Since they have the same polarity and hence experience a force of repulsion between them, so that can be shown in this diagram. यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं कि एक इंड पर यहाँ पर कंसंट्रेशंस ऑफ चार्जेज बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. सपोज दैट दे आर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, सो पोलरिटी सेम होने के कारण दे आर रिपेल टू ईच अदर. एंड व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेन दे आर रिपेल टू ईच अदर? द रिजल्ट इज दैट there is a tendency of the charge carriers to move gradually, that is to diffuse from the region of high carrier density to the low carrier density. This process is called the diffusion. This process is called the diffusion here. So the movement of charge carriers under the process of diffusion constitutes a current called the diffusion current. Here, the two important points should be kept in our minds. First, the diffusion current is possible only in case of non-uniformly doped semiconductors, while drift current is possible in semiconductors as well as conductors. And the second point is the diffusion current exists without external voltage applied, while drift current cannot exist without an external voltage applied. Now, next topic is semiconductor diode, that is the PN junction diode. In N type, the electrons are majority charge carriers, while the holes are minority charge carriers. And in P type, the holes are majority charge carriers and the electrons are minority charge carriers. So when N type and P type are chemically combined with a special fabrication technique to form a PN junctions, such a semiconductor PN junctions forms a popular electronic device called diode. जब हम N टाइप और P टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर मटेरियल को एक स्पेशल फैब्रिकेशन टेक्निक से कंबाइन करते हैं तो उसे सेमीकंडक्टर PN जंक्शंस या उसे उस स्पेशल डिवाइस को डायोड कहते हैं. इन PN junctions on P side there are large number of holes, while on N side there are large number of free electrons. Hence, the overall there is a non-uniform distributions of the charge carriers. When such non-uniform distributions exist, then the charge carriers start moving from high concentration area towards the low concentration area. Thus, we can say that because of the non-uniform distributions, the diffusion process takes place. So, in unbiased PN junctions, the majority holes on P side starts diffusing into N sides, while the majority free electrons on N side start diffusing into P side. In N region, the holes diffusing from P side recombine with free electrons. Thus, due to additional positively charged holes, these atoms on N side becomes positive immobile ions just near the junction in N region. Similarly, in P region, the free electrons diffusing from N side recombine with the holes of the atoms. Thus, due to gain of additional negatively charged free electrons, these atom becomes negative immobile ions just near the junctions in the p region. This can be seen in this diagram. जैसे ही हम n और यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं दिस साइड इज p रीजन एंड दिस साइड इज n रीजन. व्हेन हम n और p टाइप मटेरियल्स को आपस में कंबाइंड करते हैं, सिंस वी नो दैट इन n टाइप regions there is a large number of the holes and in p type regions there is a small number of the in n type regions there is a large number of the electrons and in p type regions there is a small number of electrons. So the concentrations of the electrons in n region is high and concentrations of electrons in p region is very low. So there is a diffusion process takes place. Similarly, the diffusion of holes from p region to n region takes place. So what happens? So जैसे ही कोई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स n रीजन से डिफ्यूज करके p रीजन में आता है, वैसे ही p रीजन में उसको जैसे ही p रीजन में वो आता है उसे p रीजन में एक होल मिलता है और वो p रीजन में उस होल से रिकम्बाइंड होकर के न्यूट्रलाइज हो जाता है. And after the neutralizations in the p region, one immobile negative ions remaining. Similarly, जैसे ही p region से कोई होल्स n region में डिफ्यूजन प्रोसेस से इंटर करता है, वैसे ही जैसे ही इन n region में वह एक इलेक्ट्रॉन से रिकम्बाइंड करता है and after the recombinations they neutralize to each other in the form of the heat and there is a one immobile positive ions in the n type materials. So this process will continue and as more holes diffuse on n side, large immobile positive charge accumulates near the junction n side. This positive charge repel the positive charged holes and the diffusion of holes stops. Similarly, large negative charge accumulates near the junctions on p side. This negative charge repel the negatively charged electrons and the diffusion of electrons stops. Means after some times the diffusion of holes and diffusion of electrons दोनों stops हो जाते हैं. और junctions के near p टाइप रीजन्स में इमोबाइल नेगेटिव आयंस एंड n टाइप रीजन्स में इमोबाइल पॉजिटिव आयंस एक्यूमुलेट हो जाते हैं. सो दस देयर एग्जिस्ट अ वॉल नियर द जंक्शन विथ नेगेटिव इमोबाइल चार्ज ऑन p साइड एंड पॉजिटिव इमोबाइल चार्ज ऑन n साइड. देयर आर नो चार्ज कैरियर्स इन दिस रीजन. This region is called depletion region or depletion layer or in space charge region. In equilibrium condition, the depletion region gets widened up to a point where no further electrons or holes can cross the junction. Thus, we can say it acts as a barrier. So, there is a barrier potential produced. So what is the barrier potential? So now I will discuss the barrier potentials. What is the barrier potential? Due to immobile positive ions on n side and immobile negative ions on p side, there exists an electric field across the junction. This creates the potential difference across the depletion region, which acts as a barrier. This is called the barrier potential or built-in potential, or also called the cut-in potential of the p-n junctions. Here you can see that junctions के एक साइड पॉजिटिव आयंस इमोबाइल आयंस और दूसरे साइड नेगेटिव इमोबाइल आयंस इकट्ठा हो जाते हैं, जिसके कारण यहाँ पर एक पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्रिएट होता है। इसी पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस को बैरियर पोटेंशियल्स या बिल्ट इन पोटेंशियल या कट इन पोटेंशियल्स ऑफ जंक्शंस कहते हैं, जिसको वी गामा से डिनोट करते हैं। एंड द वैल्यू ऑफ द कट इन वोल्टेज या बैरियर पोटेंशियल्स फॉर द सिलिकॉन डायोड इज 0.7 वोल्ट एंड फॉर द जर्मेनियम डायोड इज 0.3 वोल्ट। एंड the barrier potential depends on the type of semiconductor material, the donor, second, the donor impurity added, third, the acceptor impurity added, and the temperature. Now, next topic is the symbol of the diode. Here, in figure A, we can say in figure A, this figure shows the schematic arrangement of PN junctions diode, while the figure B shows the symbol of PN junction diode. The PN junctions has two terminal. Here we can say had the two terminal called electrode. Here the electrode 1 and electrode 2. We can see here electrode first and electrode second, one each from P region and N region. Due to the two electrodes, it is called the diode, that is di plus electrode. Here you can see the di plus electrode. Di means two electrode, that is the called di plus electrode, that is the diode, because of using the two electrodes. The P region acts as the anode. Here we can see in the symbol the P region acts as anode, while the N region acts as cathode. The arrowhead in the symbol indicates the direction of the conventional current, which can flow when an external voltage is connected in the specific manner across the diode, in a specific manner across the diode, and that connections is called the biasing. So next topic I will discuss the biasing of diode. What is the biasing? Apply external DC voltage to any electronic device is called biasing. Apply external DC voltage to any electronic device is called biasing. Depending upon the polarity of the DC voltage externally applied to it, the biasing is classified as two types. First, forward biasing, and second, the reverse biasing. So first I will discuss the forward biasing, that is also known as the on conditions of the diode, on condition of diode. So what is the forward biasing? When an external DC voltage is connected in such a way that P region is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and N region is connected to the negative terminal of the DC voltage or battery, then the biasing is called the forward biasing. In this diagram we can see clearly the P type semiconductor material DC वोल्टेज के पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से कनेक्ट है एंड N टाइप मटेरियल DC वोल्टेज के नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से कनेक्ट है। सो इस प्रकार का कनेक्शन फॉरवर्ड बाइसिंग कहलाता है। द नेगेटिव ऑफ बैटरी पुशेस द फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अगेंस्ट द बैरियर फ्रॉम द N to P region, while the positive battery pushes the holes against barrier from P to N region. This you can see here. In this diagram we can see clearly the negative of the battery pushes the free electrons against the barrier from N to P region, while the positive of battery pushes the holes against barrier from P to N region. Due to this, the width of the depletion region reduces and consequently the barrier potential also reduces. As applied voltage is increased at a particular level, the depletion region becomes very narrow and majority charge carriers can easily cross the junction. This large number of majority charge carrier constitutes a current called the forward current. Here we can see that current is denoted by the ID. ID. So next is reverse bias. You can see reverse bias, that is also known as the off condition of diode. जब किसी डीसी बाइसिंग के निगेटिव टर्मिनल को पीएन जंक्शंस के पी टाइप से और बैटरी के पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल को एन टाइप मटेरियल से कनेक्ट करते हैं, इस बाइसिंग को रिवर्स बाइसिंग कहा जाता है. मीन्स व्हेन एन एक्सटर्नल डीसी वोल्टेज इज कनेक्टेड इन सच ए वे that P region is connected to negative and N region to the positive terminal of the DC voltage, then the biasing is called reverse biasing. Hence, the negative of the battery attracts, means the phenomena of this you can see here in this figure. The negative of the battery attracts the holes in P region and positive of battery attracts the electrons in N region away from the junction. This widens the depletion region and barrier potential increases. No majority charge carriers can cross the junction. So what happens? Then, however, due to the increased barrier potential, the minority charge carriers, that is the free electrons on P side, are dragged towards the positive terminal of battery, while the holes on N side are dragged towards the negative terminal of the battery. This constitutes a current called reverse current. It flows due to that reverse current. Here we can see this diagram. IIS. This reverse current is due to the minority charge carriers and hence its magnitude is very small. For constant temperature, the reverse current is almost constant though applied reverse voltage is increased up to certain limit. Hence, it is called reverse saturation current and denoted by I naught or IS. Thus, the current that exists under the reverse bias conditions is called the reverse saturation current. Here, the important points about the reverse saturation current. The term saturations come from the facts that it reaches its maximum level quickly and does not change significantly with increase in the reverse bias potential. And the value of the reverse saturation current for the silicon diode is in the nanoampere range, and for the germanium diode is in the microampere range. Now, next topic is the VI characteristics of diode. Let in forward biasing, here two types of characteristics shown by the diode. First, the forward characteristics, and second is the reverse characteristics. In forward biasing, the forward characteristics, and in reverse biasing, the reverse characteristics. So we discuss the one by one. First, forward characteristics, and second, the reverse characteristics. So let in forward biasing, VF is the voltage across the PN junction, and IF is the forward current. Then graph of IF means forward current against VF, that is the forward voltage, is called forward characteristics of PN junction. The forward characteristics of diode is shown in this diagram. You can see here the diode current plotted on y-axis and diode voltage plotted on the x-axis. Diode current is in milliampere and diode voltage, a forward voltage VF in volts. Here basically the forward characteristics can be divided into two regions. We can see first the region from O to P, and second the region from P to Q and onwards. So we discuss the first, the region O to P. The region O to P, as long as VF or forward voltage is less than the cut-in voltage, the current flowing is very small. Practically this current is assumed to be zero. And second region is from region P to Q and onwards. P to Q and onwards. Here in this diagram we can see that in this region from P to Q and onwards, what happens? As VF means forward voltage increases towards the knee voltage, that is the V gamma or cut-in voltage, the width of depletion region goes on reducing. When forward voltage exceeds the knee voltage, that is the cut-in voltage, the depletion region becomes very thin and current IF means forward current increases suddenly. This increase in the current is exponentially. We can see from the point P the current increases exponentially. The point P after which the IF starts increasing exponentially is called knee of the curve, and corresponding voltage is called the knee voltage. Here you can see the knee voltage. Now have discussed the reverse characteristics. The reverse characteristics, let the reverse voltage across the diode is VR and reverse current through the diode is IR. So the graph IR against VR is called the reverse VI characteristics at the PN junctions. That can be shown here. The reverse characteristics of the diode. As the reverse voltage is increased, the reverse current increases initially, but after a small voltage becomes constant equal to reverse saturation current I naught. This point is shown as point P. After this, though reverse voltage is increased, the reverse current remains constant till the point A. At the point A, reverse breakdown of the diode occurs. You can see at the point A, here the reverse breakdown VBR, that is the reverse breakdown voltage. So at the point A, reverse breakdown of the diode occurs and current increases sharply, that damaging the diode. This point is called knee of the reverse characteristics. The voltage corresponding to point A is called reverse breakdown voltage of the PN junction, denoted by VBR. You can see here in this diagram, here in this diagram. So the complete VI characteristics, the VI characteristics of the PN junctions diode, you can see here at the first forward bias region and here the reverse bias region. The forward current is the conventional current, hence it is treated as positive, and the forward voltage VF is also treated as positive. Hence the forward characteristics is plotted in the first quadrant. Here we can see the forward region, the forward characteristics is in the first quadrant, and the polarity of VR is opposite to VF and the directions of IR is opposite to IF. Hence both VR and IR are treated as negative. So hence the reverse characteristics are plotted in the third quadrant. Third quadrant we can see the reverse characteristics are in the third quadrant. So this is the complete VI characteristics of the diode. Now next topic is the VI characteristics of a typical germanium and silicon diode. VI characteristics of typical germanium and silicon diode. We know that about the germanium and silicon, the cut-in voltage for germanium diode is about 0.3 volt, while for the silicon diode is about 0.7 volt. Second point, the reverse saturation current, that is I naught, is of the order of nanoampere for silicon diode, while it is of the order of microampere for the germanium diode. And the third point, the reverse breakdown voltage for silicon diode is higher than that of the germanium diode for a given rating. So the VI characteristics of the typical silicon and germanium diode we can see here in this diagram. The cut-in voltage or knee voltage for the silicon is 0.7 and germanium is 0.3. Here in the reverse bias, in the reverse bias region, we can see clearly the reverse saturation current for the germanium is in the microampere range and for the silicon is in the nanoampere range. And also it is clear that the breakdown voltage for the silicon diode is higher than that of the germanium diode. So this is the characteristics of the germanium and silicon diode. Now I will discuss the ideal characteristics of the diode. Ideal characteristics of the diode. In case of ideal diode, it is assumed that it starts conducting instantaneously when applied voltage or applied forward voltage is just greater than 0, hence its cut-in voltage is 0. So the voltage drop, so the drop across the conducting diode is also 0. So the conducting diode can be ideally replaced by a short circuit. For the analysis of the various diode circuit, the following diagram shows the ideal diode characteristics. We can see here when the voltage, forward voltage, or we can say the applied voltage is less than 0, then it acts as the open circuit, and when Vf is equal to 0, then diode acts as the short circuit in ideal case. Here we can see clearly in ideal case it acts as the short circuit. Now here the ideal characteristics of the diode. While here we can see that the ideally a reverse bias diode is assumed to be open circuit, as the reverse current for an ideal diode is 0, and a closed switch acts as the short circuit with 0 resistance, while an as open switch acts as an open circuit with infinite resistance. Open switch acts as an open circuit with infinite resistance. Hence, an ideal diode is represented as a closed switch when forward biased and open switch when reverse biased. So, that is clearly so the by the VI characteristics of the ideal diode. This is the ideal characteristics of the diode. Thank you.